Hello and welcome to another edition of Workforce Watercooler. I am so happy we have the entire team with us today for our first show of the new year. My name is Leslie. Joining me, we have Brian and John, and we all work for the South Central Workforce Development Board. And this is Workforce Watercooler. We want to tell you about some of the things going on this week in workforce. And I'm going to throw it to our president, CEO, Mr. John Swords.
All right. Thank you, Leslie. And good morning, Brian. I appreciate everybody joining us. Happy 2022. So obviously, we could talk about a lot of things. The thing that I've personally been the busiest with is tornado response. Having to do a lot of interaction, both locally and with the state as we work on our response to a tornado that happened before Christmas, and we actually had another one come through just a few days ago. Didn't do nearly quite as much damage, but have been working closely with the state on securing some additional disaster dollars for job seekers that had their employment impacted by the tornado. I think we've had nearly, at least in Warren County, we've had nearly 100 businesses that were either, minimally to significantly to total loss of the business. And so that obviously has impacted a number of employees. And so we're working to secure some additional, Department of Labor grant dollars to help those folks get back into the workforce. And hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have a dollar figure. We'll know a dollar figure and have an allotment of money that we can bring to bear to assist. Other than that, we've been working closely with the state team. The state has deployed a disaster unemployment assistance team to Bowling Green. That team has been set up at the Sears location where FEMA is set up for the last couple of weeks, and they have been helping folks file for disaster unemployment assistance. If you've had your wages impacted whatsoever by the tornado, you can go file for that. That team will be on the ground definitely this week. I'm not sure about next week. But what we do know is that January 18th is the final day that somebody can file for disaster unemployment assistance. So I'm working with the state right now to get some more media and some press out about that looming deadline, so that everybody that was impacted has they can find out about the opportunity to apply and then go apply.
Right.
So right now there's only one location to apply for disaster unemployment assistance, and that's in Bowling Green at the Sears location where FEMA is set up. We've not had any ability to get them launched out beyond Bowling Green, Warren County yet.
And Brian, you've actually been out there and seen it firsthand. What observations do you have about how that's going?
Well, it seems like each time I've gone out, I've noticed more resources are there co-located and that can be able to assist people without an appointment. So as John mentioned, this special aid, this disaster unemployment assistance, which actually is a little misleading in title because you don't have to necessarily have been separated. And it's sometimes something that goes above and beyond what would qualify for unemployment assistance or assistance. So it's really the easiest way I could say it is just go apply. If you were impacted in any way with your job, that you had to take time off, or you were running a company and your company still exists, you've moved locations, or you were able to get electricity and utilities back on, but you lost some revenue, you may be able to qualify. And as John said, we're going to have some media from the actual people that run these programs that can speak better to it than we can. But no harm, no foul in applying. You would have to show proof and everything like that. But yeah, we've got, mental health counseling. We've got, language access. There's been a lot of people that were impacted that speak a language other than English, unfortunately, here in Bowling Green, that just further added to the devastation and disruption and confusion with everything. But luckily, like I said, a lot of those things have been sort of worked out, and a lot of things available there, a lot of donations available there, but there's other ways to get connected to these entities besides just what you need today. There's longer term resources set up. So highly recommend people go and check it out.
Very good. One thing that I did want to mention in relation to businesses and unemployment, it's something that that we had an employer fill out our online form, and they were interested in getting unemployment information for their employees because their business suffered damage due to the tornado. And the quote that they used, it was the owner of Beverly Hills Bargain Boutique. And he said that, I have a great team. I want to make sure they're taken care of, while we're getting the store repaired. And I saw on social media this morning that their store is now back open. So I was happy to see that. But employers who have good employees, you want to help them as much as possible so you can keep them. So this is a tremendous resource for job seekers and for employers as well.
Yeah, I've heard to that point, Leslie, some employers were just paying people just like they were at work, even though they were closed. I know not every business was probably set up to be able to do that, or wants to be able to help, as you said. One of the main ways employers could help in that process is to verify that they did have, their services interrupted and their business was interrupted. So the state is going to need that information in order to verify and validate somebody's claim that they had their wages or unemployment impacted. They're going to have to hear from the employer themselves that things were interrupted. So if anybody's watching this that doesn't know if their employer's done that, you could ask and encourage them to stop by if they haven't already. Applying for FEMA assistance, we should also be clear, doesn't automatically enroll you in what we're talking about and all of that. So unfortunately, there are several things you have to do and forms you have to fill out, and there's not just one single form that applies you to everything. So keep that in mind as well.
Now, I don't want to make us run long, but I do want to address one final topic, and that's the fact that Brian missed our broadcast recently. And John and I decided that as a result, Brian should attempt to go viral in efforts to get our Kentucky Career Center Facebook page back up where it needs to be. Long story, we still don't know what happened, but our Kentucky Career Center Facebook page just was completely deleted. We tried contacting them. We don't know what the issue is, but we're starting over. And Brian, I just wanted to know if you had any updates on when we can see your attempt to go viral.
Yeah, so I typically avoid viruses, but in this case, for you, Leslie and John, because you challenged me, I do think I need some app assistance. So I've heard, Leslie, you have a program that might be able to put some moves to me if I do some poses. So
okay.
I think it might take a little bit of computing processing power, but we could probably pull it off. Because if you want to see me fail at something, ask me to sing or dance. I can do a little bit of break dancing, but only enough. I can only spin around a couple of times. So.
What? You can break dance, really?
No, I just look like I'm getting ready to break dance, and then I just
pose. You just look like you're about to break dance.
Yeah,
he's about to break something.
Right. This day and age in my 40s, that's correct.
All right. Well, hopefully we have given you some good information as far as disaster unemployment assistance. Also, just as Brian likes to do so often, please leave us a comment. Give us a suggestion for what Brian should do to go viral in efforts to boost our Kentucky Career Center Facebook page following. And as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.